Hi folks, welcome to my channel, 310 Hobbies. It's a name change. It was obviously Jay's RC, if a few of you are still watching my videos, even though I haven't done anything for about 3 years. Starting a new project, something a bit different than the RC trucking. I want to do a trailer for my 1/14 truck, and I've gone radical. Instead of just doing a basic trailer, I've wanted to do a fair ride that kind of folds up and packs up like the real thing. So I'm following KMG Speed is what the name is from the manufacturers, and that's what it looks like folded up on the back of the trailer. I'm sure if you YouTube KMG Speed, you'll see a lot about the ride. It's one of my favourite rides. It comes to my hometown in Thame. Yeah, I'm 3D printing it all. So this is where I'm at the moment. I've 3D printed both the main arms. This one I've been tinkering about with some lights on, just seeing what controls, etc. The middle spinny connectors, don't really know the full names of these. And I've just been making the centre arm piece, and then the motor on the top, haven't printed that off yet. I'm making all this on SketchUp. So what I've done is the dimensions I've got off of KMG online. I did email them to see if they could ever give me some proper dimensions, but they probably wouldn't in case someone was copying their ride, etc. But anyway, I've managed to go off this, and what you can do on SketchUp, I won't go into too much detail because it is a long process, but you can scale, if once you know the height of this, you can scale it down to 1/14, etc. So I know the 1/14 scale is 230 centimeters. Although I have scaled it a little bit smaller on centimeters, so probably bring it to maybe 1/15 or not too sure. That's reason for that is this ride wouldn't actually fit in a standard house floor to ceiling and be operative. It'll have to be outside. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to build it indoors and play indoors, etc. So it's just slightly smaller. That's purely just so when it spins around, I'll show you on my ceiling, the ride's going to come to about that high as it spins around. So yeah, very close to the ceiling. But if I was to do proper 1/14 scale, it just pushes it into the ceiling a little bit. I wouldn't be able to spin it once it's all done. Yeah, where I'm at, so I've designed all the pieces. I've kind of basically made the ride, zoom in there, made the ride itself, drawn each one out, made sure they're all fit. It's taken me a couple of attempts. I'm starting on the floor now. You just see in the corner there. See if I can zoom on to that one for you. Yeah, so I'm just starting the trailer base itself for what it sits on. But I've made the arms a couple of times now, and they come in 4 sections. So I started off with the centerpiece. I've been doing different designs and just trying to get different details on it. I haven't got official finished product on that yet because I'm waiting for a slip ring from China on eBay come in, which allows me to keep the power coming through the arm into the arms, etc. When it's spinning around, I've still got power for lights, etc. But yeah, the arms print in about 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom base. And again, I've been trying like different ways. Do I just glue straight on? These main ones I've built kind of come like I've built them so a puzzle. So this part inside inserts in there. Basically, there's rods in each one, and they slot together and glue. Then what I'm going to do is plastic filler them all, primer them, sand them down, paint them, etc. Same goes for all the arms. All the arms, they're all made hollow, and how I do is I'll stick, they'll just be rods and they'll all stick together, nice to strength. The reason they're hollow as well is the power cables from the motor, etc. They all go through the middle of the stem and come out on the trailer. This is what it will sit on and go through and it'll come out the trailer. That's all angled, so it took me a while because the whole ride is actually angled over the trailer itself, and then the arms are angled. Took me a while. Anyway, that's where I'm at for that piece. I've been thinking about with some lights. This is my favourite bit. I like messing about with lights, so I just think it brings a model to life as well. But yeah, so I bought some BTF lighting just off eBay. I'll put a link down. They're about £27, just multicoloured 5 meters, and I bought one of these LED chord, just a SP107E controller. Again, if you type in SP107E on Amazon, etc., they come up with quite a few. they all do the same thing. It's basically just like a music controller, and it comes with an app that you can use to control it, which is great. It's basically this little box. These lights are 5 volts only, so I've hooked it up to a power bank that gives out 5 volts. It's a 5 volt 2 amp. The more amps you get, the more lights you can do. So I could do the next one. So obviously that power bank's just to test these. I've been messing about with how to connect them up. So yeah, the main power's come in to this one, and I've kind of bridged it across here, and then it's also bridged all the way around. And what that does is it powers, so whatever sequence this main strip's doing, the rest of them are going to follow that sequence. You can, if you ever YouTube the BTF lighting and the controller, they all cable it so it goes from 1 up and down, up and down, up and down, which I did do to start off with. That's what I've done on this test one. It's a bit manky together, I've just glued everything up. That goes up and down, and what that does is it gives you a different sequence of lights. But what it didn't do, which is what I wanted it to do, is what this is doing now. So it all goes in line in one effect. The other one was going up, down on each light bar, which is not what I wanted. And then when you go to the app, sign in on my iPad. Once you're on the app, you get the app and you get, there's 189 different scenarios you can do. So you can choose all the different ones you want, different colours. You can change the colours, change the brightness, but because it's only 2 amps, 5 volts, when I put up the ampage, it doesn't cope with it, so it actually shuts off. So this is the perfect one just to test the back. But yeah, you can control the speed, how fast they're coming. You can really mess about with this, you know, just like the real thing. I'm hoping this is going to, my plans go well. I'll do future update builds. I wanted to get it all built so it's fully operational, fully you know, I can fully take it down and put it on my truck. Although it's not going to go on this truck, I've got a new one I'm building. Again, I'll do some videos on that. And I'm going to build the new one with a generator on the back where the power packs that control it sit in it, just like the real thing. And you've got the power cable going to the ride, just like the real one. That's where I'm at the moment. Oh, the seats. So these are just mock-up seats, little triangle things. I just wanted to get the sizing right for it. Again, everything's done on SketchUp, and I've just followed pictures of different rides. I mean, each ride out there is slightly different on these. Everyone does different designs. I haven't come up with a name for it yet. There's different names out there. Obviously there's Speed, there's Storm, there's Booster, but I'm just going to do a plain one and then I'll suss that out towards the end. But thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't, and the like button if you've enjoyed it. Sorry if it's a bit boring or a bit messy, but yeah, that's my KMG Speed 1/14 scale. See you soon.